Hey there, welcome back to this week's episode of Finance Fridays. I'm your host, Lucas Bolahood with the Bolahood Group and Coldwell Banker RMR Real Estate. I'm here in the beautiful Vancouver, British Columbia this week for the Richard Robbins International Masters Academy Real Estate Conference. So we're here learning from some of the best in our industry, 500 of some of the top professionals across Canada, and we're essentially, learning on how to enhance our services overall, and that we provide to our clients. From the moment that we walk in the door to your home, sign a listing, through completion, and even beyond. How we're going to deliver the unexpected and increase that overall, or enhance that overall experience that you'll have in working with us at the Bolahood Group. So we're picking up on some of the biggest trends in the industry, and we're going to bring that to you real soon. But what I want to talk to you a little bit about today is just some of these emerging trends that we're seeing across Canada here, and it's definitely going to be affecting, real estate in Ontario and in Durham region, and it's certainly relevant to our conversation here today. So, one of the big things we picked up on, in the last, or yesterday anyways, was the fact that immigration is increasing. Canada is expected to receive 1 million immigrants into Canada in the next year here. And a big thing with housing prices and why they're continuing to rise is the fact that we have such little inventory available. The existing homes that are already built are already in high demand, and new housing starts, whether it's a high-rise building like you might see in the city here, or semi-detached, detached housing, in a more urban residential area, those housing starts and those projects are being delayed or even canceled. And do you know why? Cost. Inflation has been an issue. Inflation, although has come down a little bit, the Bank of Canada is probably going to raise rates again in July of their next announcement. And 25 or 26% of projects for new housing starts have been canceled or stopped this year. So they're down. They're down 26%. From where they were expected to be, and that's going to be a big problem when it comes to meeting the demand that's out there. We know Canadian families are still growing, and that's natural. And the fact that we can't get these projects started and up fast enough is a big issue that's going to affect all of us. Labor costs have increased significantly, because so many people in the last few years have, going through COVID, are a little bit tired of maybe retiring and leaving the profession altogether, and there's not enough younger people coming in to replace those jobs. So that labor cost is going to increase because there's fewer professionals willing to do that work. So that's going to be one issue that they're dealing with. And as I said, inflation, material costs, all these things have made some of these projects and all the red tape that it takes to get them started are making these projects really more financially or not so financially feasible when you look at the time that it's going to take and the money that it takes for these investors and developers to get these projects off the ground and get them completed, get them sold. So that's a big reason why we're going to see demand continue to go up, and prices going to continue to likely go up, even with rising interest rates. So is there a bit of a housing crisis? See, yes. Is this a thing that you should be panicking about? No, not necessarily, because this is going to affect us all, and it's going to be dealt with in due time. But if you're on the fence right now, buying wise, Durham region just released their market stats from the month of June, and we did experience a little drop in the number of sales in our market. We talked about this a little bit in our last recording, that we'd seen showing rates and offer rates drop off a little bit, but we saw an increase to the average sale price. We're a hair under $1 million from the month of June. But our months of inventory has actually doubled, or it's increased by 50% anyway, not quite doubled. We're up to a month and a half of inventory. So we've had a big increase in new listings, about a 13% increase in the number of listings in our marketplace, but a 16% decline in the number of sales. So, that means that some buyers, as a result of these rising rates, have decided to take a pause. Now, the reason that I'm saying maybe we should rethink that decision, assuming that you can, manage the payments on the near-term basis here, is because when we see all these, if more people come into the country, the demand for homes is going to increase, and as a result, so will the prices. And so, likely in 2024, if rates start to go down, that's going to increase prices. So, if you want to get into the market or make that move, and if you can make it work right now, it's not necessarily the right time to move for everybody. You should pull the trigger on that decision. So that's something that we need to keep an eye on here going forward. So if you have any questions, whether it's about the value of your home, what the process would look like to to sell it, or any of those kind of things, and if you've got any questions about the market, maybe even about renewing your mortgage, feel free to reach out. We'd be happy to help you with any and all of those questions. So thank you so much for taking some time to watch this quick video today from my hotel room, and we look forward to bringing you a little bit more in-depth analysis of the month that was in June in Durham region, and address any of those questions we might have along the way. So with that, have a great start to your rest of your week here, and we'll be with you again soon, and bye for now.